Hello everyone. Welcome to Audiobook Sen, a channel that shares knowledge for comprehensive self-development through great books. This week, I want to share with you a very useful book on effective communication: Crucial Conversations. Crucial conversations means key dialogue, or a way of dialogue that is decisive. However, with the current Vietnamese translation title, the book is called The Art of Peak Negotiation, which differs somewhat from the original meaning. This can easily mislead readers into thinking that this is a book only for those in business. But in reality, crucial conversations are present everywhere in our daily lives, and they directly affect the quality of your life and your work. So what are crucial conversations? They are when you are in a high-risk conversation, meaning that if communication fails, serious consequences will occur. For example, you often remind your child to do their homework, but they always respond by avoiding it or getting angry. When you propose a feasible solution to your leader but get a cold shower in return. When you urgently need overtime work, you ask your boss for it but only receive silence. When you talk about finances with your husband, you are ignored. When you ask your neighbor not to throw trash into your yard, they yell at you. All of these cases of communication with decisive characteristics are called crucial conversations. Another situation is when both parties have strong emotions. You and the other person are getting angry and speaking loudly. The words exchanged at this moment will also be decisive, because it can lead to greater conflict, louder arguments, and hurt each other. Or in another case, you and the other person have different opinions. Each person has their own viewpoint, and even completely opposite views. However, when crucial moments happen, ordinary people mostly react in two ways. The first is to confront, hurting with attacking words, losing control and messing things up. The second way is to avoid, just let it be, pretend nothing happened, then avoid speaking. The truth behind every communication problem is a problem that needs to be solved. In life, the more difficult the situation is to handle, the more complex the underlying problems will be and the greater their impact on life. The way you attack others with words or avoid remaining silent is ineffective communication, and it will directly affect the family atmosphere. As a result, children will become distant, the foundation of marriage will be shaken, and the love between couples will fade. It usually stems from countless crucial moments of communication in daily life that are not addressed. Similarly, improper communication with leaders and colleagues will also seriously affect your work. The book I mentioned today was compiled to address this issue. The group of authors includes 4 people: famous behavioral researchers, speakers, and business training consultants. They have spent over 20 years and tracked over 100,000 people to create such a communication masterpiece. Reading this book today will help you express your opinion safely and effectively at crucial moments of communication. Next, we will look in detail at what effective communication methods are and how to avoid conflicts, as well as how to master the conversation, get out of the fool's choice. The authors call the 2 choices of confronting or avoiding that we often use to handle crucial conversations the fool's choice, because these are choices based on animal instincts. They originated from primitive times, like when humans encountered dangerous animals, they would often turn around and run or fight fiercely. But whether you run away or fight back, blood will rush to your limbs, not your brain. Therefore, when dangerous and crucial moments happen, like when you're talking in front of a crowd, talking to your boss, proposing to your lover, arguing with your spouse, listening to others say absurd things, you'll feel your mind empty and clumsy, while the words you need to say won't come out, while the words you shouldn't say just come out of your mouth. To avoid this situation, the first thing we need to be aware of is that the way you used to be reckless, hot-tempered, attacking others or avoiding, not speaking honestly, and entering in silence is all instinctual communication. If you want to master yourself and your life, you have to overcome this instinct. How? Of course, it is necessary to maintain reason and control emotions. You may have heard many books and sayings advising us to control our emotions, but why are we still easily frustrated or sad whenever we hear unpleasant words? The authors say that's because you haven't trusted or haven't tried to build for yourself a core principle in communication, to respect the other person 100%, while also being 100% sincere. Many people don't believe they can do this, because it's simply the truth hurts. If you're afraid of someone, you won't communicate sincerely. For example, afraid of parents, afraid of superiors, afraid of friends breaking up, afraid of lovers leaving. If you're not afraid, you can easily say those hot words, not giving in to anyone. So, to implement this principle, the first step is that we need to understand how communication starts from the heart. Masters of communication can always speak from their hearts. What is communication that starts from the heart? We need to know that the heart is where you are allowed to return to the simplicity and sincerity that you inherently possess. The heart doesn't know anger, only the ego, instinct, and self-ego know anger. A crucial conversation that goes from normal to fiery or sinks into the silence of conflict is surely when anger has been kindled in your heart. Some people vent their anger outward through sarcastic words, blaming, while others hide it inward through indifference and ignoring. But in whatever form, when anger invades the heart, humans cannot have sincere communication. The authors point out that the truth is that humans get angry just to find justification for themselves and to blame others. When you hear something that makes you feel uncomfortable or disagrees with your opinion, our inner mind often goes through one of three types of psychology: victim psychology, psychology of a villain, or psychology of a helpless person. For example, you think that this boss is too focused on the quality of every detail of the product, so this is a person who likes to control. Your husband says you have to keep the house clean and tidy, so you often say he is difficult, picky. Or, you have the mentality of a helpless person, meaning that whatever I say is useless, he will never listen. The ABC cognitive model shows that A is the event that happens, B is how you view that event, and C is your state of stress. When you have one of the three mentalities above, you are sure to be stressed. If you want to reduce stress, what is the best way? Will you change A or change B? Many people have tried to change A for their whole lives in order to change C. For example, your child's poor grades are event A, you are ashamed of it, consider it a reflection of yourself, and get angry with your child. As a result, you try to change A by controlling study schedules, finding tutors, or blaming your child. But you have never considered B, which is how to look at things differently. In communication as well, if you want to avoid hurting yourself and others, you need to change your perception, meaning your heart needs to find its way back to the beginning of simplicity, love, and sincerity. Effective communication must start from the heart, and to do this, you need to identify and adjust your own emotions, work towards a common goal, and respect the other person. I invite you to listen to the next part of the book, The Art of Peak Negotiation, to learn more about the strategies and techniques to help you become a communication master, which will not only benefit your work but also bring happiness and connection in your personal relationships. See you in the next episode on Audiobook Sen.